Welcome, I'm Addison.
I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Marc.
This is our podcast where we review shows, films, comics, whatever you want, and share our very, very hot takes, tepid takes on all that stuff. So welcome to the Tepid Take. Hello, and welcome back to the Tepid Take. We are celebrating our 11th episode with
as
some...
you do.
Yeah,
as you
traditional
do, yeah,
celebratory
11,
number.
big number. We are celebrating with some crap films, or was it guilty pleasures? I think we're going for.
Oh yeah,
It's guilty pleasure.
whatever our guilty pleasures are. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've all picked a guilty pleasure thing that we're going to discuss, and then we're going to follow that up with the main topic of this week, which is the Fast and Furious franchise.
I thought you were about to say Fast and Furious family for a second.
Fast and Furious family. So break out your Coronas, and Marc, you're up first. What you got?
Wait, why are you coming to me? Is it because I've got the corona?
Oh no.
I'm the only one that bought it. Jesus,
Yeah.
wow, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
It's a good cutting point at least.
Yeah. How am I now?
Good.
Okay. Do you want to start me off with the clip, Matt?
Yes. Are you ready?
Don't talk about me like this in front of my friends,
I
because you're
don't
making
care.
everybody not like you.
Who's here? This is my house. I don't care.
Leave me alone. Get out of my face.
You know,
know that
shut
voice.
your mouth. You dirty little hamster.
You look like Popeye on crack in my face, jerk off.
Oh my God. How many guys did you sleep with in 24 hours?
Yeah.
2.
No, I didn't have sex with Jose, you
Vinny and
moron.
Jose.
Can you tell me up as my friend right now?
24-hour period. You banged 2
Mike,
guys.
stop.
You know what you're good at? You're good at being a hoe.
Oh, well, you're a dirtbag and your penis should fall up because you're disgusting. Because you're disgusting.
I've never
Okay,
actually
so-
watched this one. I've only watched Geordie.
I've only watched
My
Geordie
guilty
Shore,
pleasure
Oh yeah. Sorry.
is Jersey Shore. I also do enjoy Geordie Shore, like the Valleys. I don't care. Any of these
Yeah.
sort
You
of
like keeping
What's
up with
the
the
reality
Kardashians
shows
as
I
well.
know that one.
not keeping up with the Kardashians now. That's
You're
a
like,
level too far.
No.
I'm not a loser.
I'm not that guilty. Oh. Oh, ice cream
Ice
banter.
cream!
Yeah.
Ice cream!
boy.
I want ice cream.
The Valleys is like a Welsh equivalent of Geordie
That
Shore.
sounds great.
That sounds amazing.
Welsh. Oh my god.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, so how do I even talk about this? So
Why is it-
2009,
Okay, no, go.
they kind of put the show together. There's been 6 seasons, and they've actually now got like a kind of spin-off that's them a bit older called Vacation, and they got 3 seasons of that as well. I can't even really keep up. It's a little bit easier to keep up with though than Geordie Shore because
How-
there is
How recent is
So
that
there's-
spin-off? Sorry.
spin-off this year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
6 seasons isn't a lot because I'm sure Geordie Shore
No,
is like
I
way more than 6 seasons.
Geordie Shore's
Shore's
like
on, like-
21, I think.
Yeah,
But Jersey Shore started first.
it's the original one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that was 2009. Geordie Shore was 2011, I believe. But yeah, it was around that time. I just got to 18 by the time it became a big thing over here.
Yeah.
So we'll go out for have drinks. You come back, put MTV on at like 1 a.m. Bit of Jersey Shore.
So what is it about it that you love?
I think you can tell from the clip it's just pure trash. It is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
If it's anything
The
like
guys are
English
just.
one.
It is
Yeah.
it's almost like over the top for the Americans. I think they probably burnt out after 6 seasons. That's why they had to
Probably
stop
what it was. Yeah.
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 About the only thing I know about the American one is that they have Snooki and The Situation.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't tell you what they
Mike-
look like or
Mike
what they
the
did, but I
Situation,
know they're
yeah.
people.
Yeah, so the situation, he had like a huge 6-pack, who's all cared about
A
himself.
huge one.
But I think he got quite deep into drugs.
Yeah, right.
There's kind of a whole thing with
Yeah.
that. But Snooki's the funny one. I think one of my favourite ones is season 1 and she's like absolutely blasted. She's running down the boardwalk. He's like, "Where's the beach? Where's the beach?" And the guy's like, "To your right." And they're forever getting arrested. They're in fights. They're like hooking up. It's pure trash, but I do like it. So that is my guilty pleasure. You can judge me, that's fine, but I'm about to see your guilty pleasures.
Yeah, that's.
So who are we going to pass over?
Be careful what you say. Yeah.
Next up, we have Sam. We can't do links because we've actually kept this vaguely secret from each other.
Yeah.
So Sam,
I mean, I know them all. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt knows them all because he had to grab the sound bites.
Yeah. But this is Sam's.
Now end this! Sorry to disappoint you, Yugi. Huh? You triggered my trap card!
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
So my guilty pleasure is fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
I know nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh apart
yeah.
from like Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I used to watch it when I was a kid. I remember I used to watch it as a kid.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like, I remember it getting quite popular when I was kind of like it must have been like secondary school, and like in year 7 and 8, it was like it was kind of considered a kind of cool thing. It was like the new Pokemon.
Was
at that
it?
time.
I guess so. I don't know. Yeah.
There was like a small period where it was okay to like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I remember that. It's a bit of a weird one for me because in middle school it was like the one thing where I knew the game, like the card game, but I'd never watched the TV show. Whereas most things like that are the other way around. Like I would have watched the TV show that had nothing to do with like the card game, like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Who the fuck has played that card game really?
I know. Yeah, people just collected them and that was it.
That was collection.
Yeah. Well, I remember when Yu-Gi-Oh first came out. I thought it was rubbish because like Pokemon, you had names like I don't know, fucking Gyarados, Blastoise, and then like Yu-Gi-Oh was like Blue Eyes White Dragon. And it was like, what the? That's like the shittest name for anything ever. And I was like, no, I'm never gonna play this. And then
That's such a description.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think that's you got like Dark Magician, all that kind of crap.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like so it was kind of cool for a little bit there, and me and my friends used to go to
small
that,
time, small amount of time.
Yeah, for like a day, it was cool.
Yeah.
And I used to
cool
go
is the
to
yeah,
just like accepted, mildly accepted at school.
It was just you and your friend. That was it.
You wouldn't get beat up yet. So yeah, we used to go to like Yu-Gi-Oh club. And then, then it got
cool.
That's not cool.
But the thing is, I was into the TV show, and so in the first season, they don't even play the game right because you have to like put out monsters and then tribute them to bring out like a bigger monster. But in the first series, they would just like play like the biggest monsters. So me and my friends rocked up to like
They'd play the biggest monsters, would they? All right.
They play with their big monsters. They play with their Dark Magicians.
Yu-Gi-Oh club.
But we came up and we were like splashing our big monsters everywhere, like whacking them on the table. And like people were like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're supposed to tribute." Anyway, but I got the game, which is it's on the Switch. So Addison, look it up.
Will do.
I almost bought it the other day, almost, just because I wanted to have a go. Yeah,
it's probably one of the cheaper Switch games. It's like 18 quid.
it is. Yeah,
for a
yeah.
Switch game.
Is that a good sign, especially on Switch?
Yeah, they were like 50 quid.
If you like Yu-Gi-Oh, it's a good game. If you're just like, I don't know. Well, like Addison, you've played Magic, haven't you?
I love Magic.
It's weirdly similar. It is weirdly similar.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
similar...
when I started playing with a group of workmates, they kept saying it was quite similar to Yu-Gi-Oh, but I don't remember playing Yu-Gi-Oh enough to know how similar it was.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you in a Magic club?
Not really, but
Is that what
I
they
have
call
played
it?
it.
I am questioning this podcast at this point.
I was not in any.
I don't think I want to be. I don't think I want to be.
You
part
weren't in
of
the club,
same-
Matt. Okay.
Tell you what,
Me
do
and
you
Matt are
know?
just doing a podcast together now.
Should we quickly do what's the nerdiest club you've been in? Because I've got the worst, I think.
It's definitely
I
Yu-Gi-Oh.
don't think I've ever been in a club, to be honest with you.
I mean, I was in chess club when I was little.
I was in a Warhammer club.
Yeah, kick him out.
Yeah, that is somehow that's nerdier than Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, yeah.
In a weird way.
Oh,
Big
yeah,
time.
Warhammer's
Is it,
like
Sam? Is it?
it is.
It
Yu-Gi-Oh's
definitely
cool.
is.
I feel like Warhammer is more acceptable if you're an adult.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Did you like? Is that where you paint the figurines? And shit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
but there is like a game as well, isn't there?
Did you do that?
Yeah. It was great. I should do that again.
There is a game, isn't there, for that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I can't remember
Magic.
it, but
Yeah.
it's basically battle simulation, which
Yeah,
doesn't make
yeah.
it sound any cooler.
No.
Is that when you have like a tape measure and shit?
Yeah, you need to know the
tape
distance
measure.
you are from things.
What?
I can't quite remember.
You,
Is that when you have a tape
me-
measure? It's actually teaching you how to do DIY at the same time.
you measure your monster.
Painting, measuring things, yeah.
Oh my god.
crafting.
Yeah.
Crafting.
Oh.
But yeah, man, like yeah, that's my guilty pleasure. I love a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh. I love all the. What I love about the cartoon show is that they took a card game and then just kind of like made it so fucking huge and just they just do a lot of shouting, a lot of "You triggered my trap card." No, none of the characters sound like that though.
It's time to do.
Yeah. Just added
Yeah,
like
so I've
this
never
scope
quite
to a card game.
Did the anime because I never watched it. Are the monsters in that like real, or are they actually just cards?
They're like holograms of the cards. But
No.
it's weird because
Digimon,
there is
but
like
not.
end of the world situations that are down to
Of course.
a Yu-Gi-Oh duel.
But they're holograms. What?
I know there's some like dark magic. It's the backstory is that it comes from ancient Egypt, and it was like a game, a real like magic game that the pharaoh and shit used to play, and now it's kind of
Oh,
been
and shit.
yeah, and now it's kind of been like converted to a card
So
game, but
like,
somehow the dark
in real
magic
life,
carries
this would
over.
be like if Pokemon cards suddenly sprung to life and the world was at stake.
Yeah, pretty much.
But in anime
Isn't
form.
that
Okay,
what
cool.
Digimon is? Digimon's like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a digital
Digimon,
world.
they were real monsters though, weren't they?
So they're in a digital world, weren't they?
Digital monsters.
I have no fucking idea. Literally.
That was a great theme song. Yeah,
Digimon are the champions. Why are they the champions?
so good. Oh, I hope someone's got Digimon.
No,
Well,
it's got Digimon, unfortunately.
Probably a good time to move on. Matt, do you have Digimon?
I
do?
don't have Digimon.
Fantastic.
No. But moving on from that, Sam's got kind of an anime. Would you say it's an anime? I guess it's an anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have
show
called it
is-
an anime. I might have
So-
been wrong, but I would have called it one.
So
I think it's
linking
an
with
anime,
that, mine is also an anime. I don't normally watch animes, but
Yeah.
I don't know. This is the only one I've watched. But it is Dragon Ball Z. I bloody love.
That made me cough.
I bloody love Dragon Ball Z. Oh, it's so good.
Oh,
I'm
gotta
not
have some
sure.
good. You gotta have some good samples.
Do I have I do. I've got the old.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
Yeah, so that kind
Addison's
of
just
summarizes
looking like-
why I don't like Dragon Ball
Oh,
Z. They just,
so good.
I don't understand it. They just spend the
It's
whole
like-
episode screaming at each other and not.
That's why
fighting,
it's
really.
amazing.
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh on steroids.
It is. It really is. Yeah. Well,
I
yeah,
never.
I guess the basic premise of it is there's a guy called Goku who likes to fight people, and then basically someone every season, someone stronger comes along and fucks him up,
Yeah.
and then he comes back and he kicks their ass, and then it keeps going like that forever.
Yeah.
And it's still going.
Somehow, I know a fair bit about Dragon Ball Z without having seen like more than 2 episodes. I think it's like having friends who know it
Yeah.
and playing like the games because they're
The
in
thing,
the game.
Every time they release a game, it's just the story,
Again?
the same story every time.
Yeah,
But
Is
I
it
think that's
like-
why I actually know it quite well.
Hasn't
Say
it been
Addison.
remade like 3 times?
Three?
Isn't, like there's like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball,
Oh, I see.
maybe just by
so,
itself.
So
And
there's
there's,
actually
like-
different things. So I'll explain. So there's obviously the original thing is the manga, which is the comics, That's like the original source material, I guess. But they basically just turned that into the TV show. So there's Dragon Ball, which is like the start of Dragon Ball, funny enough. And then that's Goku as a kid until he's like a teenager. And then Dragon Ball Z is from when he starts becoming an adult, or he becomes an adult, and then he's fighting aliens and shit.
What's the significance of the Z or the Z?
I don't know.
It's a great mystery. Is it like supposed to be like Dragon Balls? Is there like
no? Because there's always
more
Dragon Balls.
Oh, okay. It's the show is full of balls. All right. Okay.
I think there's like 7 Dragon Balls or 8 Dragon Balls, and there's always that.
Right.
I could talk about.
It sounds cool though. Dragon Ball Z sounds.
It does sound cool.
That's the one that I feel like that must have been
That's...
the one that was out when we were growing up, because that's the one I know.
Yeah, because Dragon Ball is quite old, but Dragon Ball Z is following on from that, and they're all adults now, and that's the main part of it. There's like several. They're called sagas, not series, but
of course they are.
Yeah,
they're called sagas.
Yeah. They're actually called sagas.
But then that then goes on to. So there was.
She's called Goku.
So there was a series called Dragon Ball GT, but that's not canon apparently. But that was set in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, I got Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah.
0 to 16.
And then there's Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is just like a remake of Dragon Ball Z. It's just like it's like a HD version of it, and they replace some voice actors and stuff like that.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
And then
Fuck.
And then recently, which I sort of watched fairly recently, is Dragon Ball Super, which is again a continuation of Dragon Ball Z. It's the next saga as such, I guess.
Just the one.
Okay, I think I must have just misunderstood something. Why does he have a tail? Why does he have a monkey tail?
Because he is an alien. He is a Saiyan, and they have tails for some reason. Yeah.
Oh, so going
off,
Super Saiyan isn't like a state; it's his.
It is. It's a transformation. Yeah.
Isn't it like based off?
It's probably based off like Monkey King or something, I imagine.
Yeah, Wukong.
Yeah.
Journey to the West, or whatever it's called.
Oh,
I suspect
okay.
so. Yeah. But there's a whole race of people called Saiyans, and their planet gets wiped out. And see, this is just so, I feel like so guilty.
You know the story.
I know. Well, of course I know the story. This is my guilty pleasure because I fucking love it.
My favorite character is Future Trunks with his fucking sword.
Oh
That is
yeah,
like the coolest
he's
shit.
when he comes into the series, he's just like fucking kills.
demolishes
That
Frieza.
sounds like
Like,
a
one of the
deep
big-
cut that I don't understand.
Well, he basically comes in and like one of the biggest, baddest characters in the series just gets killed in like a second.
He does. Oh, there's a fucking great shot where is it Frieza he fights?
Yeah, Frieza. Yeah.
Frieza fires like this massive fireball at him. It's like a fucking.
Is that
huge,
one of the
and
green
you think
guys
he's
with the
killed
little
him.
antenna?
No. It's not.
No, he's the one who looks like Mewtwo
Yeah,
a bit.
he looks a bit like he's purple and white.
Yeah. And then Trunks just like lifts it up like it's nothing. I was like, oh, this character's so fucking sick.
See, he loves it as well.
Yeah.
I kind of get it. Like
Yeah.
I get that.
It's just
Yeah,
badass. They're just fighting and
It's so like
powering up
stupidly massive
and
and
big in
screaming scope.
Yeah.
I feel.
Come here.
It's like,
It's weird.
yeah.
Actually, I think we should have done this one last because I feel like this may tie in with our main topic quite well. Because
Yeah.
I've heard people call our main topic the American version of Dragon Ball.
What? The fuck? What?
Because they're just fucking ridiculous.
When?
I mean,
yeah, I guess so.
But at
No,
least-
genuinely, I have heard people say that.
But Dragon Ball Z is meant to be ridiculous. It's just weird.
And you don't
Yeah.
think Fast and Furious is?
Well, I do, but it's supposed. At least it's set on Earth.
No, I think it's normal driving out of a skyscraper.
yeah,
Leaping
leaping off a bridge and catching someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally plausible.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I've literally had like all the games growing up. I even bought the most
Yeah.
recent game when it came out. I fucking love Dragon Ball. It is a guilty pleasure because I know not everyone thinks that, but
Yeah, whatever makes you feel like embarrassed to say out loud.
yeah. I mean, I don't watch like any other anime or anything like that. It's literally the only thing. But
Yeah.
it's only because it was on like Cartoon Network when I was a kid, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my guilty pleasure.
Kamehameha.
Kamehameha.
What have you got then, Addison? What have you got?
Hadouken. I don't fucking know. Well,
That needs to be a crossover. Surely there's a Street Fighter Dragon Ball Z
I'd be
crossover.
surprised.
I'm surprised there's not. I
I feel like
don't
Kamehameha
have too many
demolish
guilty
a
pleasures
Hadouken.
because everything I like is awesome and everything you guys like that I don't is shit. So I have gone for a
Cool.
very cheesy, not cheesy, but
I'll play the soundbite if you want.
crass humor. Yeah, just go for it.
Why does the last guy chug out of a shoe? It's no shoe! It's just boot!
So I have gone for Beer
Oh,
Fest,
nice,
which
nice.
is a comedy film
Oh.
from 2006-ish, which is a film that I like to watch when I'm drunk, basically. Have any of you seen it?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've made me watch
I've
it a
only
few
heard of
You
times.
should
I
definitely
think.
watch it because it is so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's guilty pleasure in that like it shouldn't be funny, but you watch it and it just cracks me up every time.
So was that Chris Hemsworth that I heard, or did I imagine that?
No,
That
no,
was some
definitely
British
not.
guy, wasn't it?
They haven't got the budget for that.
I mean, you wouldn't have been
It's
famous to that
Beer
point anyway.
Fest. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but the gist of it is two Americans who get into a German beer competition, well, German run, and they have to compete with the best drinkers around the world. And it is as ridiculous as it sounds, but it follows their training for that competition. And it's a
Oh my
stupid
god,
I kind of want to do that.
sounds
Yeah,
quite. It does
right?
sound quite fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say about it too much. It's not quite as
Story.
it's kind of difficult when you guys don't know about it because at least we know about all your
Yeah.
ones, but mine's a bit.
I know it. You can talk just to me.
Well, ask some questions
So-
about it then, fuckhead.
So why do you think it would be a guilty pleasure?
Because it is stupid. It is really stupid. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the sort of humor I normally go for. It's very almost that sort of fart joke level. But there's just some of the jokes just hit a bit different than like those typical fart joke humor films. But it's just a good one to watch when you're drunk. My favorite joke.
Has it got any recognisable actors in it? Oh, sorry.
Not really. There might be like the occasional one who you go, I kind of recognise them, but it's not. like-
Yeah.
So these are the guys who did. Did you ever watch Super Troopers?
Yeah. I've seen that.
So it's the same guys.
not.
So there's like four. It's like a comedy troupe. There's like four
Oh,
main
right, okay.
ones,
Yeah.
and they all did this as well. And I would say this is actually better, personally, but
Oh wow.
that's probably a bit of a
Yeah.
hot debate
So Matt
for
is
the,
a
pe-
Russian,
the
yeah.
fans of that.
Yeah.
A very niche audience.
yeah.
But I
Super
think
Troopers,
I
yeah,
think
that's-
it's kind of summed up by my favorite joke. So one of the guys drowns in a big vat of beer halfway through the film,
It's a good way to go.
and it's done quite funny because he's like, he falls in, he starts sinking because it's heavy wheat or something. I think they explain. And he starts drinking it, and it's like starts whirlpooling
yeah.
in as if he's gonna get out by drinking it all, but then he drowns anyway. And instead of just leaving him dead and having that motivate the characters, they just bring the same actor back and say, "Yeah, that's my cousin," and he just replaces the character for the rest of the film. And
This
they just
does
do
sound
it
like it's on the
in
level
such
of
a
that
way.
Pinata film that you were watching, or the llama one.
Yeah, probably. I like bad films. I think that's just the thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
you can call it my guilty pleasure, but I have no guilt over it at all. It's just funny.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
I
So,
Go on, Matt.
so who would we say out of the guilty pleasures that we've kind of listed here, who has the worst one?
Matt.
I think we'll put this out to everyone as well.
Yeah,
People can write in and they can put it on the Instagram, send us an email. Who has the worst one? Oh, Addison said it's Matt.
It is, Matt.
I think it's Matt as well.
What the fuck?
Would you?
No, fucking
I don't know,
Jersey
'cause
Shore. Man.
I feel like Dragon Ball Z is
Dragon
kind
Ball
of
Z
the
is actually
accepted
cool.
anime.
Yeah, no.
It's quite. A lot of people love.
A lot of people love it.
Yeah,
It's one
a
of those
lot of
ones
people-
that
that's why
people
there's
who
so
love
many
it
video
seem to
games.
love it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like they've got
100%.
posters
Yeah.
of Goku and shit.
Yeah.
I think it's just
Jersey
it's just
Shore.
not for me.
I can
I'd watch Dragon
concede, I
Ball
think,
Z
a
over
little bit
Jersey
on.
Shore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jersey Shore I can concede on a little bit. It is completely ridiculous. It's not something I think you could potentially watch it sober. I wouldn't want to.
Ooh,
I've
yeah,
never
would you want
No,
to?
no.
That's the thing.
I've never purposely watched Geordie Shore. I've only ever watched it when one of my exes was watching it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my wife watches it, so I've seen bits and bobs.
Yeah.
And she
Geordie
loves some
Shore
of the
is
characters. I'm
hilariously
like,
bad.
why?
It's just
Yeah.
trashy.
It is legit quite funny as well.
Yeah.
There's some like, just for how bad it is.
Yeah. But I'm going to stand by Dragon Ball Z. I'm okay what you say.
Yeah, as you should. Yeah.
But yeah, let us know, guys. Let
Who
us
would
know.
win in a fight?
Yeah, and
Goku
let us know your
or
guilty
Yugi?
pleasures
Or who?
if you want to.
Say Yugi.
Yeah. Dark Magician or Goku.
Goku every time. Fuck off with
Or
that.
Suki. Or
That guy from Beer Fest.
the
who
guy
rounds.
from Beer Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another question. Who would win in
Yeah,
the fight?
Snooki versus the big German in Beer Fest.
Right, I think that's time to move on to our main
Right.
topic, which is the
Yeah.
Fast and Furious franchise. So,
loosely linking
first
from
off,
film
Say
to
that
film.
twice as quick.
yeah.
Yeah. I've got a fairly controversial thing I want to say.
Do you want? Are you
Which,
doing it straight up? I was going to quickly go through who's seen which ones. Have we all
Okay.
seen them all? I know
Sure.
that Matt hasn't seen all of 8, but
I haven't seen any of 8. Or obviously.
Oh, I beat Sam!
You suck.
I literally watched them all in the last
Unbelievable.
week, pretty much. But
nice.
oh my
nice.
God.
partway through 8. I'm about an hour into
So
8.
Mark, you've seen them all as well, haven't you? Apart from 9.
I've seen all minus 9, which is obviously in the cinemas at the moment.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you've seen the Hobbs and Shaw one, haven't you?
Yeah. So I have actually seen all of them, including 9.
Oh!
So we'll,
Do you see it in the cinema?
Wow.
I did. I saw it
Bossy.
yesterday.
Fast and Furious.
I'll give you an
was
update on the
cinematic?
franchise towards the end of this.
All right.
But we'll focus on the rest of the series, and there will be spoilers for I think 1 to 8. I guess probably not going to talk about Hobbs and Shaw too much, and then 9 I'll try and not spoil at all if people actually care about spoilers for this.
Okay.
That's the sort of status. So Matt, what is your controversial opinion or take?
This is going to be, for you and Sam, you're going to...
I'm well excited for this because
Yeah.
you were
I
prepared.
know what you're going to say.
Yeah, he knows what I'm going to
I
say.
know what you're going to
yeah.
fucking say.
I enjoyed this series more than I enjoyed Lord of the Rings.
Fuck off!
Well done. Well done.
No, I thought you were going to say something else.
I knew Matt was my favourite.
I thought you were going to say you hate Tokyo Drift.
Well done, Matt.
No,
I'm
I
drinking
really
out of
enjoyed
my Lord of
Tokyo
the Rings
Drift.
mug glass. You son of a bitch.
That's
I knew this would be controversial. I knew. you would fucking hate it.
Fucking hell. I'm never
Just-
trusting Matt's opinion again.
It's the one time there's been a Mattism that I'm like, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
If he ever buys me a DVD, I'm going to throw it over my fence.
just like
DVD. What?
Did you mean a 4K?
You mean a Blu-ray? Oh. But yeah, I don't know what it is with Lord of the Rings. I think I just don't like the fantasy genre. That's
that
my
sounds
issue with
like
it.
what it is. Yeah.
And with Fast and Furious, I actually really like cars. I quite like sports cars quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know, I've worked on a lot of jobs with sports and
Yeah,
I've seen a
yeah.
lot of racing and I wouldn't. I'd love to do one of my, I guess, a bucket list thing of what I want to do is I'd love to do like a rally. So I fucking love racing.
That is
Really?
crazy.
I think you need
like,
to do more
I-
jobs where you work with like hobbits and shit.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a job where I was working on Tolkien land or something, then I'd be alright. Yeah. But that's so there is a reason, I guess, for that, for my controversy.
I was going to say, do we want to get our thoughts on the series as a whole, or do we want to go through the films one by one first?
I feel like we could, because we've done our small topics quite quickly. I reckon we could
Go through
Maybe.
one by one.
go through them.
All right.
Yeah, some of them
So-
we could probably gloss over. a
We'll
bit.
start with The Fast
Four.
and The
Four.
Furious.
The Fast and the Furious. All right.
So released what 2000, 2001?
2001, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is like the most
essentially a
2001
remake
film.
of Point
Yeah.
Break, if you've ever seen it. What did we all
Yeah,
think of this
yeah.
It kind of is.
one? 2001.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I feel
the
like
fact-
this one has dated the most,
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
but just by extension
It's-
of being the
I mean,
oldest
it's
one.
20 years old, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's foreseeable, I guess. But
The thing I like about this film is that it got me into Need for Speed games.
where
Okay.
they do trick their cars out as well, don't they? It's like they're proper like
Yeah.
tuned
Neon
up
lights
and
underneath.
neon
Oh.
I'm going to
lights
mention that when we
everywhere.
get to Too Fast, Too
Decals.
Furious. That's how I felt about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got way too excited.
Also, like, for some reason, Noz is such a big thing as well. They tone it down
Yeah.
later in the series.
Yeah.
but
So how I
if
know
I can't
know
win, I'll put my Noz on.
I know next.
I'll go to hyperspace.
Oh yeah, that's the thing as well. So in the first and the second one, I think it is literally when they put the Noz on, it's like they go into fucking hyperspace. What's that
It's like
about?
just fucking streaks of light
Yeah.
behind them.
And they're only doing like 120 miles an hour. I've driven at 120 miles an hour. It doesn't do that.
My favourite thing is that they're meant to be going like a quarter of a mile, and they do it in about
I live my life
3
1
minutes.
mile at a time.
3 minutes.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah.
realistically
walking quicker
those
almost.
would be
Jeez.
over in like
Yeah.
seconds.
You could literally
Yeah.
walk
Yeah,
it
so
in 5 minutes.
I know nothing about cars, so I'm going to be that guy for this.
Yeah.
How realistic is the Noz in this and stuff? For
I
people
can't
who-
say I've ever used Noz.
Is it even like real? I
don't
have
think it's even
no
legal.
Concept.
What's like?
Well, it's
yeah.
probably
What's
not
like?
legal, but-
How much extra speed does it actually give your car? Is it like a
It
20
would,
mile
it
per
would
hour?
speed it up, but it wouldn't boost it into hyperspace like it does. In the
So, so it's
Yeah.
basically
You wouldn't
it's
travel
basic-
through time then.
so,
it's basically a fictional substance, is what we're saying.
I don't know if it's fictional. I think it's a real thing.
no, you can use your nitrous oxide is used. It's
No, I'm
it
just saying
wouldn't
the
push you that
way
far.
they use it
Oh yeah,
and
it's
how
film,
effective
though,
it is. It's basically made up.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
not made up, but people don't tend to use it unless it's for like a race. Obviously.
Addison-
Yeah.
Do you mean like how stupidly exaggerated it is?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. It's
Like
very
to the point,
exaggerated,
it's
yeah.
exaggerated.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. It's
But yeah, again, like it because it made Noz look so fucking unreal. Oh my god, go back to Need for Speed. this game's gonna come up a lot, I think. But when you got Noz in that game, it was like fucking yes, I've got Noz. Oh my god.
fucking go for it. Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Burnout as well. I loved Burnout as a kid.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
But
I think Noz
The
is
first one,
basically with Noz. How I'm sort of reading it very quickly and you know, pretty drunk, not drunk, but like tipsy. It kind of because an engine will take in oxygen when it's accelerating, and I think a turbo will take in oxygen. So basically, you just put nitrous oxide in instead, which burns at a higher rate. So it basically like makes it
Burns
makes it
through
faster.
fuel quicker and makes it go.
Yeah. So it burns.
Is what
through
I'm getting.
Yeah.
oh right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not going to be that. It's not going to be like fucking. It's just going to be like slightly faster, I imagine. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Does anyone else want to try that tuna sandwich from the first one?
No,
Like,
because
there's
they
got to
say
be a
it's-
reason.
They say it tastes like shit, and also I hate tuna anyway.
Oh, tuna sandwich is great. I love a tuna sandwich. Tuna pasta as well.
I mean, they specifically
Have you ever
say in
tried
this
fresh
one
tuna?
and confirm in a later one that it tasted like shit. So why
He was
would
just
you
doing
want
it
to
to
try
see me.
it?
I don't know if I want to try that sandwich specifically. No.
No.
Because family.
Family.
So this one obviously is quite
Family,
a
family.
small affair comparatively to the following films. What?
I kind of
So,
like that though because I
Matt,
feel
you
like...
basically went into this cult, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'd seen the first three when they came out.
Yeah.
But I was only like, what? Well, 2001. I'd have been 8, so
Yeah.
I was pretty young. But
So what were your
I don't think
thoughts
I
on this
appreciate-
one?
So when they came out, I probably didn't appreciate them as much because I didn't like cars as much. But I do like the first one. They do like their Japanese cars in it, and I like my Japanese.
Oh my god,
cars
they
as
love
well.
them, don't they?
Yeah. Even
Yeah.
later on in the series, they still love the Japanese cars. And
Yeah.
I'm a big believer of that. There's no Japanese cars in Lord of the Rings.
He's not
I
wrong.
mean, they got to the Mordor quicker.
Yeah, he would have done. If
No.
got a Nissan Skyline, he'd have been there in an instant.
They hit the nos.
They hit the nos.
Throw it into the fire.
That'd be 12 hours saved.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
We are not here for Lord of the Rings blasphemy. That's,
Yeah.
let's
I'm not
refrain.
debating this
One
right
day
now.
we're going to have a debate. It's going to be the longest
shall.
episode. It'll be a 4-hour
when they
episode.
finally release that Amazon series or whatever.
Yes, yeah. Which I'm very excited for. But anyway.
Yeah.
But,
So what are the general opinions on the first one?
The
I
first
think
one
it's
is
a really
very
good
low.
one.
Yeah, it's very low budget compared to the rest, definitely. But
Yeah.
I kind
I
of
think
like
it's a really solid start. I would say
Yeah.
it is a good film. It is
It
very
is, yeah.
blatantly a Point Break ripoff if you've ever seen that.
Yeah, and Paul Walker.
Yeah, yeah.
Walker's always dubbed as well. It always sounds like he's
Is he?
not actually talking where he's actually talking. Yeah, it's
Yeah. I think for me, the first one, I never look forward to watching it though. I don't know why. I think it
kinda
feels
get that.
so.
It feels like you have to watch
2000s.
it. But
Yeah,
it's not essential.
I would rather watch the second one if that's a segue.
Ooh, that is a good segue because I personally would rather avoid that one like the plague.
I quite like the second.
Get
one.
out.
Yeah,
For the Nissan Skyline alone, that's in it for 10
Yeah.
minutes.
it's literally
That's
the
what makes
start,
that
isn't it?
film.
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind.
Yeah, so going back to what Sam said about Need for Speed. Need for Speed Underground, Underground 2 were like
Yeah.
massive games at the time.
Oh yeah.
You obviously you
Two
can
was
mod your
when it
cars,
went pretty world.
put the neon on the bottom. I think that was a big thing in Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
They kind of almost went hand in hand, didn't they? I think they came out at a similar time. Or am I
Oh,
just
yeah.
imagining
Probably
it?
they must have done. Yeah.
I'm sure I made that Skyline in Need for Speed 2.
So good. Yeah.
Fucking like the blue neon underneath. Oh my god, just like what a beautiful car.
I'd love
I think
it.
it's the best looking car of the series.
I'd love a Nissan Skyline. They don't make them anymore, I don't think. But they're probably pretty cheap now.
Do you not just find this one a bit? See, this is the one that I go is really 2000s. It's 2000s. For
Yeah.
me.
I kinda like-
the
I
film that
kinda
always
like
comes
it.
to mind when I think of this is the second Mission Impossible, because I weirdly get these
Yeah.
franchises. I put them together.
It's
quite
kind of like
I kind of like that they introduced. This is the one where they introduced Roman Pierce, isn't it? Which
yeah.
he's quite a funny character.
He's a good character.
He is a good character.
He's definitely
so I
more
think that's-
serious in this one.
He is. Yeah, they kind of
Yeah,
make a
he's
joke
like-
out of him later, don't they? Which is a bit
Yeah,
weird.
massively.
but,
yeah. For this one for me, I think it's probably a lot of the reason why I like it is just down to nostalgia. It's like the
Yeah.
one I probably watched most as like a young teenager or kid whenever it came
Yeah,
out.
I think Mark.
I
you
think it
said
was
you're
like
quite
my-
similar as well, haven't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's the best by any stretch, but I think it's got that nostalgia feel to it, and it's got the games that kind of link with it.
Yeah.
I think me and Sam very much agree with the neon and the Nissan Skyline.
One bit I remember from it, like massively, weirdly, is like when they're doing the rat torture scene. They put a rat in a bucket on this guy's stomach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then we were like, it's like in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they do that in Game of Thrones. Yeah, but they do more rats in Game of Thrones, isn't there? I think.
Oh, see, weirdly, I think,
Yeah.
oh, that's the dodgy police guy from Batman Begins.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
He plays that character and everything, I swear.
He's always.
I
dodgy
also-
police officer, yeah.
I don't know if it's just me and some of my friends, but I find this one to be one of the most quotable of the franchise.
Yeah. Well,
See,
You're
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, we don't say that.
Not every night.
Definitely.
Especially every night.
well, I don't know why she says that as she's going over a bridge. Like, what the fuck? Smack that ass. What?
Did she hit the nos? Is that what?
I don't think so. She says it in midair.
But I think it's like Roman's lines. Like, because he has like I'm gonna take a piss, which I fucking say so many times.
I mean,
And
I say that quite a lot as well.
I say that a lot, yeah.
To be fair, I kind of want to say it
Do you
right
say it
now.
like Roman?
I'm gonna take a piss. Yeah.
Don't break the seal. Another quote that that I remember, and it's because my brother used to say it to me all the fucking time, is there's a bit in the film, I think he's talking to his henchman, and the bad guy just goes, shut up, and my brother would just do that to me. I'll be talking randomly, and he just goes, shut up, and I'll be like, fucking shut up.
Yeah. We were just saying the bad guy in this is. I would say actually one of the stronger ones, and I definitely would like for him to come back. I'm not
Yeah.
sure of the name of the actor or anything.
Does he die? I can't remember what happened.
No. So it's
No.
he actually says he's gonna come back and get them or something.
He does. Does he come back?
He like threatens them. It's Cole Hauser is the guy who plays him.
He's in Riddick, isn't he? He's in
Yes.
or Pitch Black.
Yeah, I think he is. He's the
And he was in the
Merc,
game,
isn't
I
he,
think.
or something?
Yeah, I think he was in the game, The Escape from Butcher Bay.
Oh,
What game,
such a good game.
That's a great game.
Yeah.
Talk about that
Oh,
one.
yeah, you should.
Yeah, so really, I would say one of the stronger villains in this
Yeah.
series,
Yeah, definitely.
who like threatens them to come back, and then never did, and probably won't anymore, mostly because of the Paul Walker situation,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
which is a
yeah.
shame, for many reasons.
Yeah,
Great villain. It's just,
yeah.
this was always my
strong
least favorite for a long time. I think I've changed that watching it again this time round.
I quite
but we'll
enjoyed
get
it.
to that
Yeah,
later.
yeah. I think there's a,
Yeah.
Um,
is there a super in this one
Oh.
or something.
Yeah.
Twist.
It's definitely still down there on my list.
Yeah.
Personally, just because of how it's weird because the whole series is cheesy, but this is the cheesiest one. It's a bit too.
Yeah, it seems
much, I
over
would
the
say.
top, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's like
Is this
over
the one
the
in
top
Miami?
Morty's cheese.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
very Miami focused.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
And I remember this one having like probably the most CGI racing as well. There's like
Yeah,
bits
yeah,
where it's
definitely.
like-
Oh
definitely
yeah,
looks
definitely.
The
Yeah,
worst.
yeah.
yeah, when there's like cars neck and neck, and it looks
It's
like a
it's
fucking-
the race that
And
like,
then they go
starts it
through
all
like the
off.
engine.
Oh yeah, through the pipe. Fucking NOS exploding in the
Yeah.
fucking engine.
Fucking hell,
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
So this one didn't have Vin Diesel because he said that
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why?
it was something like they hadn't gone the Godfather route with the sequel, and it was like a very mid-90s sort of sequel where it's not connected at all. So
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
refused to be in
They
it.
did love to do that, didn't they? In the 90s,
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah,
Which
he
is what-
turns up in Tokyo Drift.
He does at the end. doesn't
That's another thing.
What
we'll
a
get
segue.
to. But yes, Tokyo Drift.
Best one in the franchise. I fucking love this film.
This is a great
so
film.
much.
So this is my nostalgia one.
It's a good one.
So I had always kind of written off this franchise until a couple years later, after between this one and 4. At some point, I watched this one and went, "Holy shit, this is amazing!"
I just think I honestly think it's a great fucking film.
It's a
like,
fantastic film.
yeah.
It's a
and
good
like-
film. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it
There's
is
so many Japanese
amazing
cars
that-
in it as well.
Very good reason.
What?
In Tokyo.
Thankful because they're in Japan.
It's,
I think it's 'cause-
it's amazing that this is kind of within the series considered like the sort of
the odd one
Turkey.
out.
yeah.
Turkey.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
it's like the shit one. But the only reason it's that is because it's not got
connected.
Paul Walker or Vin Diesel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
It's got Bow Wow.
I think
yeah,
it does have
it
Lil
does
Bow
have
Wow.
power with his whole car.
Um,
I fucking love. I think it's because
I like the
I
villain.
always wanted to go to.
The villain's
Yeah.
very good.
yeah.
Yeah. I would say this is a film, and by extension of this, saved by its director, who is very clearly quite talented with this sort of thing. And this
Yeah.
is the guy who then ended up doing
Justin
like,
Lin, right?
5 or 6 of these
He
movies.
did do a lot, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing that is
It's
weird,
weird.
about it is that they're so focused on like drifting. Like there's no other sort of racing you have to drift. It's like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's not the
Yeah.
I kind of wish
that's
they did
true.
that again. 'cause
Yeah.
It's great.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
ridiculous. So ridiculous.
Well, this is
And
when
then
they
for
knew they
Sam.
had. This is when they were like still trying to keep it racing films.
yeah, yeah.
Sam's
Yeah.
going to say Need for Speed again.
Yeah.
I was honestly about to say it. There was a Need for Speed game, which was all about
Underground,
which
you could drift. It was underground.
There was another one when it was like, oh, what the fuck was it called? It
I
was,
think it's Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, you can drift,
you can
and then
drift
you
in
can
Mario
boost at
Kart.
the end of
Yeah,
it.
right bumper.
Just like real life.
Yeah.
there was a Need for Speed game which was all about drifting, and you would do like races where you go down mountain roads and drift. What the fuck was it called? Oh my god, I need to look up. But yeah,
I think I've played that.
it's fun. It is funny how the Need for Speed games do just like mirror the kind of trend.
Were they just? Are you thinking they were just heavily influenced by
Yeah. Definitely.
what was going on, especially with
Was it like-
with these film series?
Was it Carbon?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it
Carbon.
was.
I
Yeah.
played Carbon. Yeah.
Oh man, what a game.
There's so many Need for Speed games. What
know,
the? There's like
They do have
24.
films, don't they? Need for Speed.
They did one with.
They had one with
Aaron
Jesse
Paul.
Pinkman. Aaron
Yeah.
Paul, thank you.
Is it Aaron Paul? It is Aaron Paul, isn't it?
Yeah, I almost called him Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. Yeah.
Aaron Paul Walker.
Aaron Paul.
Yeah, but Tokyo Drift. I just think it's probably because I've always wanted to go to Tokyo anyway. I think this film probably influenced that.
Yeah.
I was just like, this Tokyo.
It looks
fucking
amazing.
incredible.
This film has one of my favourite shots of the whole series, and I feel like they know that as well.
Oh,
Because they repeat it later on, but it's where they go through that square
yes.
and drift through
Oh,
that
with the
crowd
people.
of
Yes!
people.
Oh
Phenomenal.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
So good.
the atmosphere as well. It's like silent, isn't it? It's like
Oh,
yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
They reuse it again, don't they? Yeah, like you said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah. And I feel like this film, like, spoilers, but Han's death is genuinely impactful.
Yeah,
Like, this
it
is
really
quite
is.
incredible for like a new character to the franchise.
Yeah, I mean
This-
that's
yeah.
another thing. That's like it's developing that character as well, which is another really good character in the series.
Yeah.
Spoilers: he's dead, but not yet.
Yeah,
we'll
that's something we have
get to that
It's
kind
weird.
of later.
Yeah,
on.
Yeah.
it really confused me. So fucking hell.
Yeah.
What a great fucking character, though. He just like
Yeah,
steals
so-
the show.
He is great. He just
Yeah.
He's so naturally cool.
Yeah.
So,
he's
but
cool.
apparently this is not the first film he appeared in. As that
I heard
character.
about this. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw it.
So
there was
apparently
a flashback in one of the other ones where he's like in one of the other films, and I thought, what the fuck was that?
Oh, is
No, there is apparently a completely unrelated film
Oh,
that this guy was in, and it's directed by
Justin Lin.
Justin Lin,
Lin, yeah.
who directed this. And he's got the same name, and he's basically playing the same character, and they confirmed he was playing the same character. So there is a Fast and Furious film that's totally unrelated to cars,
I want to watch
Do
this.
you know what it is?
and it's some indie
Yeah.
film that I don't know the name.
I
of.
saw this
Yeah.
Mr. Sunday movies. Just done a video. On.
Yes.
Is it
Yeah.
called Too Slow, Too Curious?
Oh, it might be. Yeah, maybe.
Too Han. Too unrelated.
Too Han, too solo.
They should have called the solo film that.
Just Han, and you turn it on, you're like, wait a second.
Han. Solo.
What do we think of the main guy in this?
I want him to
Whose
come
real
Sean.
name is
I don't know what his real name is, but his name is Sean in the film.
Lucas Black. It's played by
Yeah.
Lucas Black.
I like him. I like him as a
like him.
character.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't brought him back though. They brought him back for like a scene.
They have.
Okay,
they
is he in
have,
the
yeah.
new one?
Oh.
He is
Ooh.
in the 7th one. I
Yeah,
think.
he's
Yeah.
in like a scene, isn't he? Yeah.
For like a scene, which I was a
Yeah.
bit like,
I mean,
I was
like
really
back-
excited.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be back
Yeah,
like
but
on
not
a job
properly.
or something. Yeah.
No, they
thought
haven't.
you were gonna
No,
say
they haven't.
nine,
No, they
was it?
haven't brought him back properly.
So that's quite disappointing.
It'll be in 10.
Like, it just felt like a film was kind of a bit of a waste because he wasn't brought back.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's Han was the main.
Does
one.
that not add to the feeling of it being the kind of the ugly duckling of the group?
This is
Doesn't
what I'm
fit
saying.
The storyline and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
definitely
It's the most
by not bringing back some of these characters.
It's the most far
properly.
removed one, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, because the only one they bring into the family, take a drink, is
Family.
That's the only one.
Family.
Yeah. No, I've watched. Yeah, I don't know if 8 or 9 will sway me, but I think Tokyo Drift is my favorite. I genuinely enjoy watching
It
For
is a
me,
good
it's
one,
definitely
yeah.
up there.
Really,
yeah.
really good one.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite, because my favorite is we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, I would say, second or third at least.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Yeah. And the bad guy's got like I think it's a Nissan 350Z. Such a good car.
Sure, he does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
plus the drifting is just
Yeah, the drifting
it looks so good.
it just looked cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how realistic it is. Again, not being someone into cars, but it looks badass, and that's what I'm.
I think
here
drifting
for.
is a thing, but I think it's easier in different cars. I think it's
You don't do it on the way to Asda.
no. I think it's real road cars. Yeah.
I mean, you may not.
Just whipping around the car park.
Yeah, boy.
On to my
so
least
should we
favourite.
move on to 4 quickly?
Yeah. So this is
Yeah,
kind
same,
of this is
my
kind of
least
like
favourite.
the reboot ish.
Yeah. So this is
Yeah.
the one that was intended as a full semi reboot, full semi, what fucking stupid. As a semi reboot of the series.
I didn't even get a
Isolate
semi
that.
watching
I
it.
need to hear that as an isolated audio track. This is not full
I'm sure you will. Yeah, so I've actually now decided this is probably my least favourite.
Yeah, so forgettable, so forgettable. I can't.
That is the thing. It is forgettable as anything.
The name is shit as well.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
like
So this was when the names started to get a bit funny because this is known as Fast and Furious. All they did was drop the "thes." So they were fully leaning into this reboot idea.
Even though it continued on. It was really weird.
But it continued on. They were using. They didn't ignore anything from the previous ones. They kind of ignored 2 and 3.
yeah,
So they were clearly intending it to be a
yeah.
direct sequel to the first one.
yeah. It's just so when we were leading up to this episode, I just kind of watched from 5 onward because that's what I hadn't seen.
Fair.
And yeah, I don't know if it's just because I haven't watched 4 recently, but I genuinely struggle to remember anything about this other than the ending, and that's only because they tie it in directly to Fast 5 with the intro, and that what's her face dies.
Yeah, so the big thing of this
that's
one is that
What's her face?
Letty, played by
Oh,
Michelle
yeah.
Rodriguez, dies.
She does in 4.
She dies in 4, and she is.
They like this death trope, don't they?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
Han is in this
They
one,
did,
isn't he?
but they're not.
Is he
Yes,
in this one?
so
Yeah.
this is where they
That
begin to really
confused
confuse
the
the
fuck out of
timeline.
me. Yeah.
Yeah,
So 3 is technically set in 2013.
Yeah.
But
With
if you
flip
watch the
phones.
film, they are using like flip phone Motorola
They
radios.
are, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. And recording on
'cause they're
them
like-
and getting
they're like
amazing
broadcasting
image
them.
quality on
Yeah.
these shitty phones.
Wonderful
So
phone.
maybe it is.
yeah. Oh my
Hello,
god.
Motto.
They're just using like these. It was a
Yeah.
trend in 2013 Japan where they like modded these old phones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I've decided.
what I
Canon now. Yeah.
one thing I had to mention, and this kind of carries on through 5 and kind of through 6. And I don't. It feels like almost like an in joke within the franchise. Is the amount of times that at the end of the films, Han goes, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna head back to Tokyo."
Yes.
Yeah, he does it like 3 times.
Yeah. So he's only in this for like the first 15 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
This one.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he only does that beginning heist with them,
Does he?
and then they're on that beach.
And he's like, I think I'm gonna,
So
I'm gonna go
forgettable, isn't it? Yeah.
check out Tokyo.
Yeah.
I hear
Yeah.
shit's going down in Tokyo.
Yeah.
That was it.
In 10 years' time.
Yes. Yeah, and then Dom fucks off somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the thing. This is the most
the
forgettable one.
Is he?
Yeah.
The
It really
Dominican-
is.
Yeah.
What's that?
Is it the Dominican Republic he goes to?
It might be. Or is that where they were? No, they
then
were
they go
in.
to
No, they were
Mexico.
in the Dominican Republic. And then he.
I
Fucks
think we're
off.
selling it to the audience
Yeah.
here. It's like, shit.
This is the
Yeah.
most forgettable
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
It really is.
It's a bit of an annoying one because you do kind of need to watch it to get the whole Letty thing.
Yeah. This is the
For
start of
any
the big
others.
heist. as well,
If
isn't
you're
it? Yeah.
that bothered about the lore of Fast and Furious.
Continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't watch it for that.
No. I like the whole concept because this one is going. It's very. This feels like a almost remake of Too Fast, Too Furious to me.
Oh
Yeah.
What they're doing
It is,
they're
isn't it?
kind of
Yeah.
going undercover. But
Undercover.
they just managed to get Vin Diesel back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're smuggling drugs.
Mm.
Or is it drugs? They're smuggling something across the border into Mexico or something.
I honestly can't remember. They go through a tunnel.
Yeah.
They go through like a mine shaft, don't they?
This one was very CGI heavy, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And that.
Yeah, 'cause
and that
even
bad
Mia
guy.
and Paul Walker look really CGI'd at one point.
Yeah.
In the cars.
Yeah.
That bad guy comes back as well, doesn't he? Later on, he comes back.
Luger, I
Yeah.
believe his name is. Yeah.
I literally like nothing. None. I saw this in the
Yeah.
cinema as well, and nothing is ringing a bell.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of a weird one because at the time, it did feel like the franchise had been reinvigorated a little bit, and it
Yeah,
felt
yeah.
like a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But having moved on from it, it's just so boring.
Yeah.
It really is.
So this
It's
one.
just nothing. There's something. I think the problem with this one is it was going into the silly route, but it hadn't embraced the silliness.
Yeah.
So it was all playing everything a bit po-faced.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about silly stuff later on.
It's
it gets ridiculous. Yeah. So,
it goes
so
that shit. Shall we move on to that? Because
Yeah.
the fifth one.
So four ends with Dom going to prison, doesn't it?
Yes. So
Yeah.
he gets
Yeah.
arrested. He accepts that he's getting
25
arrested.
years.
So let's talk about the
goes-
first ridiculous thing in Fast 5.
Okay.
So Paul Walker's car, he managed to flip a bus using his car somehow.
And then I
I
love,
love how this is going to be your ridiculous thing. I'm gonna go, I didn't even know this was like a thing.
This is
that
the
was
first
possible.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
But
He managed to just like hit a bus and it fucking flips over. It's a bus. It would tear through that car. So, yeah.
Probably.
But that's the start of the physics going, fuck that.
Yeah.
Give a shit about science.
Yeah, they kind of, because the fourth one, quickly going back on the fourth one, they start with the it's these tankers, aren't they? The on the back
Yes,
of the truck
it is,
that like
isn't it? Yeah.
flips over the car.
Oh, yeah.
So that whole
yeah.
sequence is fairly ridiculous. But
Yeah,
that's about
oh,
as
yeah.
outlandish as it gets.
Yeah, that's fairly
Yeah.
tame compared to the rest, yeah.
But moving on, yeah.
Yeah.
I with the bit with the bus flipping as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was cracking up at. I think it's like you hear like a news report kind of voiceover coming over.
Oh yeah.
And you hear and they're like miraculously no fatalities. I'm like, yeah, sure. Everyone survived that.
Yeah, they were all wearing seatbelts on a bus, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell, yeah.
Yeah, there were quite a few moments during these films I went, "Oh, that guy's dead," and they're just
Yeah.
not acknowledging it.
Yeah,
He did.
Is it Batman
yeah.
level dead?
Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the fifth one sees the crew break Dom out of prison and
Yeah.
then go on the run. And I would think most would agree this is where the franchise really kicks into gear and starts
It's
to
a bit mad, yeah.
It goes they just go nuts.
Yeah, it definitely finds its current.
It finds what it's
identity.
doing.
Yeah.
It's the first one with The Rock as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
This is one of my favourites. I love
This
one.
this is my favourite.
Oh, really? Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Interesting.
Because it gets ridiculous
Alright, it's well ridiculous.
towards the
yeah.
end.
I
I wouldn't say it's too ridiculous.
yeah. It's weird. Yeah, because like if you said to someone, yeah, so at the end of the film, two cars are fucking like are attached to a bank vault and it's flying around. That sounds
yeah.
ridiculous, but somehow they kind of make it work.
Within the film, it works, and I don't
Yeah.
think I think if you were watching it, you wouldn't ever go, "Oh, that's really stupid." After the fact, you might go, "Wait, what? That was really stupid."
Yeah, yeah.
It's a great scene though.
It is a good
Yeah,
scene.
do it
It
yeah.
really
really
well.
it works.
The amount of
really
money
well.
it must have cost to destroy
Yeah,
things.
I
absolutely.
like how they kind of do you've got a 5-minute window and then they pull the
Yeah.
safe into a kind of dumpster truck.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a really niche thing I'm gonna say here. Did any of you guys watch The Real Hustle on like BBC Three?
No.
I'm apologizing to our American, Dutch, German audience because you probably haven't seen this. But they used to like do a trick on someone and then they'd show you how they did it.
Oh
So
shit!
This is kind of what they
I did watch this.
Yeah, so in this film, they would be like, right, we've stolen the safe. This is how we did it. At the
Okay,
end.
so-
I love that.
Semi-connected to this, the reason I say I like this one, and I was talking to Billy, my girlfriend, about this. The reason I like it is because it really reminds me of the Ocean's films.
Yes.
Which
yeah,
I also
was about
really
to say that.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Because this by and large is a heist film.
Yeah.
They've moved on
Yeah.
from the street racing and made it a heist film, and it works as a heist film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also find that
Yeah.
The Rock is really weird in this film. Like
The
he's not acting.
I love The Rock.
I love The
love
Rock.
Baby Oil.
I think he's great in the other films, but this one he's all a bit like
See, no,
don't
I
know.
prefer him in this one
he's
because
very
he's
like serious. It's not like the usual Rock acting.
But that's why I like it in this
Yeah.
one because he's like the badass on the hunt for them.
But then
he's
they
gonna
just
kill them.
Then he's like at the end he's like, oh,
and then
fuck it,
they
I'll let
make
you
him a
go.
good guy in the next few.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he works better in this one, but I don't like the character. I have to say, like,
Do you know?
I just find the scenes with him and Vin Diesel or Toretto are the
Yeah.
corniest fucking things
Oh god, yeah.
ever. Like so
Oh, God, yeah.
fucking corny. And like, I guess you could love like it's almost like so bad it's good kind of thing. But me and my wife were watching it. Were like we were cringing so hard. I pulled a fucking back muscle. It was that.
See, the main problem we had is that The Rock can get away with cheesy lines like that, Vin Diesel can't.
No, he cannot.
He can't.
Yeah,
He says
yeah.
these lines and he's saying them so sincere. You're just like,
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a yeah.
Whereas when The Rock says them, you're like, he's in on the joke. He gets it.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to 7 to talk about a moment with The Rock. But we'll get there. We'll get there. But
I think with this film as well, what's the budget they used for baby oil? Like genuinely,
He is so
He's
sweaty. In this
sweaty,
film.
yes! He is
yes!
so
Mental.
sweaty, yeah.
It
like,
so
makes
weird.
no sense.
whoever's
He's the
behind
only
the scenes
one
doing
as well. He's
just
the
covered
only
in
one that's that
sweat.
sweaty.
He gets less sweaty throughout the series.
Yeah.
he walks into a room and it's just like fucking puddles of.
It's like he's just a walking humidifier.
There is a great parody film. It's not. No, it's a pretty bad parody film.
Okay, yeah.
But the
But they do that really
characterization
well.
of The Rock
Yeah.
in that parody film is fantastic. It's the only good thing about that film, though.
He literally pulls out baby oil every scene, doesn't he? He's just like,
Yeah, he's like
baby oil. He's like, where's my baby oil? Where's my baby
pouring
oil?
over it himself.
Oh, I totally noticed that. It's so easy to notice, isn't it? We just got
Yeah.
droplets on his head.
Oh my god, it's horrendous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is when they start hammering home the whole family as a
Yeah.
super unit sort of thing. So you get you get Han back, you get Mia, Paul Walker. Drink.
Gal. Is it Godot or Godot? What is it?
Gal Gadot. Yeah, she's back. So she was one of the.
Oh, yeah.
She was linked to the bad guys in 4, but comes back.
Which I loosely remember, yeah.
Oh,
So,
I didn't
yeah.
know that. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's part of the bad guys crew.
Yeah.
But she's basically a good guy in that one.
Yeah.
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 And then she comes back in this like fully good. It's
Yeah.
They don't even like address it really.
No.
Which
Which is the one?
they
Which is the one with Litty comes back?
6.
that's the next
Lenny,
one. That's
whatever
6.
her name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Letty is not in this
Letty,
one at all
Mm.
until the post credits.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. I didn't know those post credits. Definitely missed that.
There's post credits on some of them.
Some
I think
of them.
This is the first one.
Yeah. 6 has one. Should we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good second.
This is before like post credits became a big deal. Thanks, Marvel. Thanks.
Yeah. So this so Fast 5 would have been 2011. So Marvel had been around for a few years at that point. So this is probably when they started feeling like they should do
It
it.
was Iron Man 2009, wasn't it?
2008.
2008.
All right.
Yeah. So Fast and Furious was 2009.
Ooh.
So Marvel had only been around for 2 years by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MCU.
I was like,
Yeah.
Marvel just started.
They only just started doing comics. Yeah.
And then Fast and Furious 6. So this one is known as Fast 5, and then they go to Fast and Furious 6. So they go back to.
Yeah.
Isn't it Furious?
Fucking
6?
names.
I thought.
Yeah.
No, it's Furious 7.
Furious 7.
Oh my god,
I,
it's
I
ridiculous.
haven't got a problem with it because we've gone through Nintendo at this point. Like, the naming conventions are getting ridiculous.
Super Special Mario.
It's super special.
This is the new DS 3D XL. New.
New, super new.
Have fun selling it on eBay.
Oh no, Matt, you're right. It is Fast 6. It is
Furious 6. I thought so. Yeah.
And then it goes to Fast and Furious 7.
Furious 6 just sounds like 6 angry people.
So
Furiously
this one
masturbate.
sees.
Fuck.
Fucking hell.
There we go. There's the
Matt.
first one of the
Drink some water.
hydrate.
So Fast 5 ends with a post credits of that lady from Too Fast Too Furious, whose name I can't remember.
Oh God.
God.
Giving a file to The Rock, which confirms that Letty is alive.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I did not watch this.
Hang on, let me find her
Didn't
name.
miss much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starting to realise I don't think I caught it either.
I mean,
yeah.
You don't really
Eva
need
Mendes.
to.
It's Eva Mendes
Okay.
from Too Fast Too Furious.
Oh shit!
She-
Even
so
Mendes.
she
Wow.
comes back for the
Holy
post
crap.
credits and gives a file. And then Fast and Furious 6 picks up from that thread where we
Furious
find out that
6.
Letty is alive.
So
Yeah.
Fast and Furious 6.
Furious
I preferred
6.
this. I think I preferred this over Fast.
This is
5.
the London one, isn't it?
So this was one that I always found a little bit along with 4. I kind of forgot about it a lot.
Oh, okay.
But watching this time around, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I
It's
didn't
really good,
enjoy it more
yeah.
than 5.
I quite like it because it's kind of showing off London, and that's somewhere I've actually been.
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe that's why. Maybe I was like, oh yeah. But I was laughing when they have like a proper street race in London. I was like,
Yeah.
the amount of traffic you would hit in London.
You just
That would-
hit a wall of traffic. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Unless it was
Before you come off
unless
that
it was
point as
during
well.
COVID, you would.
That's when they get. That's when they get Rita Ora, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, the street race with Rita Ora. It's the fact she says, she goes, ready, steady, go.
Ready, steady.
Fuck off.
Ready, steady, cook.
Steady cook. Fucking show. That was
One
good,
thing I mentioned on our WhatsApp chat, which I'd have to bring up, is some of the portrayal of British people in this is fucking cringy as, man. Oh my
The
god.
pawn shop.
Yeah.
Is the scene that comes to mind, and
yeah.
I think might be what you were thinking of as well.
It was that, and there's a bit when The Rock goes to see
Treacle.
The surveillance guy.
Yeah, and he's like, can somebody tell Captain America he needs some fucking clearance?
That's pretty awesome.
And he does like the
pretty
cool handshake. It's like an American in London's wet dream, as I said the other day.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if you heard this.
yeah, what,
problem, Treacle.
what does he say? Treacle?
Treacle.
problem, Treacle.
I still. What does he say? I still don't know.
No
He's saying no
No
problem.
problem,
Treacle.
treacle. Yeah.
Does anyone say that?
No, well, that's the thing. Annoyingly, that actor is
I mean-
actually British.
Some people in Essex probably do.
There is a weird thing with when English people appear in American films where we just sound like absolute nonsense.
Literally, just over exaggerated. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're normally the bad guys.
What?
We are normally the bad
Want a
guys. in
pint of
American
bitter?
films. You sound like you're from London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
London.
London.
But I loved the. I think it's one of the opening action scenes with the car, which has like the ramp on the front.
Yeah, that's really
yeah,
cool.
that's
Such
cool.
a great
Yeah,
scene.
yeah. Yeah.
Luke Evans is like, I think he's really
yeah,
good.
He's a good character in this. I
Good
really
villain.
enjoyed him.
Yeah.
The one thing I really wish they kind of played up, and they don't really do it. I think they kind of do it as a joke that Roman says, is the whole this is the anti-crew to like Dominic Toretto's crew.
Yeah.
They make a joke of it at one point, and then they kind of just ignore it. I kind of wish they hyped that up a little bit more. I think that would have been more interesting as a concept.
Because they kind of establish it at the start, don't they?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what a great concept. This is really fucking cool. And then, yeah, you're right. It kind of just, they forget about it by the end.
Yeah. I do think this one is a little bit forgettable. It's a lot of locations that they keep going back to. There's a couple of warehouses that look exactly the same.
Yeah.
They probably were the same
I had a
ones.
bit of a like, where are they right now sort of thing going on.
Yeah, that's true.
But I enjoyed it a lot more. What do we think of the? Someone worked it out, and it's about a 23-mile runway scene.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because that plane must be.
It just never takes off.
Never takes off.
I was thinking that, yeah, because when they finally bring the plane down, they're like,
runways are pretty long.
they appear to be at the end of the runway, and I was like,
It's about 13 minutes that scene lasts.
oh my god,
And they are going about 150 miles an hour
Yeah.
or something ridiculous.
Also, in
And
this
someone
one,
worked it out.
In this one, I find they've got these massive like sports cars, and then they've got like Land Rovers or Range Rovers.
Yeah.
The Range Rovers would not be able to keep up.
Yeah, this is definitely when they start
All the cars seem to
giving
be the
less of
same
a shit
speed.
about the cars.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Do you not think that's because it's UK though?
What's that?
The fact they're using like Range Rovers.
I mean,
or Land
my
Rovers,
car is
whatever
faster
they
than a
could
fucking
be,
Range Rover.
But I
use. It might
definitely
be
think
souped up.
this is the one where they go, okay, we are not really racing films anymore.
Yeah.
is this the one? Or is that Fast 5 when they have that? They do have a race. What's the one when they get the police cars? That's Fast
When
5.
they don't show it. Or yeah, they
That's
steal the
Fast
police cars
5.
in.
Yeah, yeah.
5.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one did make
They
me
rob
kind
the
of.
police station, don't they? Yeah.
That's right, yeah. I think this one is where I was kind of like, oh, I do miss a bit of the street racing though. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's one film, and I couldn't tell you which one it is, but they go to get some cars. I think it's 5. And they do a street race, but they don't show it. You just assume they win,
that's one of the
because
later
obviously
ones.
they
It's
do.
not 5. I think it's like 7. or
No,
8.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it is 5 because
Is
they say we need to go get some fast cars.
Oh, right.
And then if
And
it's
he
for
just
the
turns up with it,
it's
yeah.
for skipping the cameras in the police vault.
Oh, right, okay.
So I'm pretty
Oh,
sure it is
yeah.
5.
Yeah. Oh, they get a load
that
of
would be
cars on
5.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
But they do it again later on, I
Brazil.
think they do it in one of the other ones, 6
Possibly.
or 7.
I would say I think 5 might be the only one without an actual race, but I might be.
I swear that's the police car one.
Yeah.
with the-
5.
Oh, so that's the closest they come, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
do
when
it.
they actually do the race with
They
the
race each
Jeep.
other, don't
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
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 Right, yeah.
And Dom lets
I understand now.
He lets off the
Brian
flares,
win.
doesn't he?
Let's him in, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, talking about 6.
Let's talk about it.
And then they have Gal Gadot's character unfortunately passes away.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
She does
Do we
actually,
care?
Yeah.
I mean, the
Not really,
the
no.
shooting scene was pretty sick though, as she jumps backwards.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
pretty ridiculous.
she missed him, but I don't think she was really aiming for him.
Oh yeah, she does.
She
Actually, yeah. It's kind of like, well,
She like
you died for
clips him or
nothing.
something. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I mean, it must be very difficult to shoot someone when you're jumping off.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying I
Yeah.
could do it.
I think it would just be pointless to doing it. I don't know why she bothered.
Yeah.
Don't they reference as well like how difficult it is to get guns in London?
Yeah.
It's
they
like
do,
a really
yeah.
They
weird
say
scene.
it, yeah, but
Yeah,
these are meant to be like they're at this point super spies, so
Yeah,
it's not
definitely.
out of the scope that they would be able to get
Yeah.
them.
They're
especially
also-
working with Hobbs.
They're also like all meant to be like street races, and they end up all being like super spies. They can fight.
Yeah.
They can fight like a fucking
So
martial
one of the
artist,
weirdest
yeah.
characterizations, which I think really starts coming in this one, is Ludacris. But
Oh, he's
he
like
is
a
suddenly
fucking super hacker.
It's like a hacker, yeah.
Yeah.
who knows everything about anything.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, was that in 2? Like, was that a thing?
Yeah.
I thought he was just like a cool guy who fucking. set
He
up the
owned a
races.
garage, and I'm pretty sure that was all he was.
And then
Yeah.
like
A garage.
Wait, so
eight,
you guys can't hack? You're using computers right now and you can't hack people.
I'm
I
hacking
know where
you
to
right
start.
now. I'm hacking you right now.
Control
Google it.
Alt Delete.
Yeah.
Delete.
Task Manager.
With his
1,
character
0,
as
1,
well,
0, 1.
like it's either in 7 or 8, he like fights some guy and he like wipes him out in like a few hits.
Yeah, I think that's 7.
Is it
He
7?
does the
yeah.
is where he was wearing his really shiny shirt, and he like.
Yeah, it's like what the
Yeah.
fuck is this character? This character could just.
So
be-
I did a whole
yeah,
thing
yeah.
that you won't be able to see.
Yeah.
Listening to
He
this.
was waving his arms around.
These films really kind of pulled Ludacris out of the hole he was getting into with music.
Yeah.
I can't
Because
say
he-
I know his music
he was-
too well.
Who
I mean,
was-
Baby with Justin Bieber was kind of the last big thing he did before
that's him.
going into the Fast franchise.
Who was? There was like a famous kind of like rapper in the first one
Oh,
who kind of like dropped out of the franchise. I can't.
yeah, you're getting that from Mr. Sunday Movies as well.
Yeah. yeah.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Can't be
Yeah.
that famous if you don't remember him.
Yeah, he's that famous.
That's kind of the point, though, isn't it?
Yeah, he was
At
famous
the time
for
he
the time.
was. Yeah,
It's not like I'm trying to think of famous rappers
it-
around the time.
you'll know his name as soon as you hear it.
Is it Ja Rule?
See, when I think cars and
I think it's
famous
Ja Rule,
rappers,
yeah.
it's Exhibit.
Is
might
it
be
Ja
Ja
Rule?
Rule.
Yeah.
Ja
yeah.
Rule, yeah. 100%. He's the first one.
What was that, Mark?
I said when I think of famous rappers and cars, I always think of Exhibit.
Yeah, because of
That's
Pimp My Ride.
Pimp My Ride. And
Yeah.
Again,
fucking hell.
that's the thing, though, isn't it? That's the influence of these films. I feel like Pimp. Like there was something in the 2000s or the noughties where that whole pimping out your ride was just a fucking trend, wasn't it?
It was,
And it was like Fast Furious, Need for Speed, and Pimp My Ride. It was the holy trinity of car modification.
Yeah.
because I always need like a Wii in my boot. I've just said that out loud. That sounds
I mean, I guess you can get a toilet installed.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
meant,
guess
but
you
that
can get a
sounds
toilet
really
in your car if you
Just
want.
a bucket would do the trick, I guess.
You can just piss on the side of the road. You don't need to get in your car. Yeah.
Have a Wii. Get your Wii Golf Club out.
Meow.
Furious. So what is the 7th one called? Is it just called Fast and
So
Furious 7?
Fast and Furious 7 is,
I thought it was Furious
as far as
7.
I'm aware, all it's called. What was that?
And this
thought-
is
I
when
thought it was
Paul
Furious,
died, didn't he, during
Furious
filming?
Yeah.
So Paul Walker died 2 years before this film actually ended up being released.
Wow. So that's basically when the first
I
one
actually
was
only
released.
found out that Fast and Furious 6 was the last film that was released before he actually died.
Wow.
So he
It
died
must have
like
been just about.
super early.
Yeah,
Wow. Oh my god. Did he?
I had no idea because you really can't tell watching it.
I thought they got around it really well.
Yeah, they really do.
There's some bits when it's kind of him and his family in the distance, and they're kind of like talking about him. And
is that the end? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they use a relative of his?
Yeah. So he has two brothers that they used as body doubles, and then they CGI'd his face.
He deep faked his face.
Other things.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Which
and they use footage from, I believe, Fast 5 a bit as well.
Okay.
I was telling Matt about this earlier. I think there's a bit when they're trying to steal the car from the tower, where they keep calling it a
tower.
vault.
Yeah.
And it's weird that they're calling it a vault because it's just a room.
It's just a garage, basically, isn't it? Yeah.
My theory is that maybe they're just reusing lines from.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know that for sure. It's weird they keep calling it a vault when it's clearly not a vault.
Oh yeah. Well, there's Vin Diesel says this fucking weird line.
Yeah.
Time to unleash the beast.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So
oh my
he
god.
gets in the car and then says that. And
Yeah.
bursts out. It's so fucking cheesy.
Gets out a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yeah. Time to unleash the beast. Blue eyes, white dragon.
You triggered my dragon.
I would say this is where the films start to properly go off the rails.
Yeah.
It starts a bit with 5, 6 gets a little bit silly, but this one is balls out to the wall.
Oh
yeah.
When they're going from the tower to tower. And they're fucking driving through the windows. What the fuck?
It's amazing. I love it, but
it's incredible. Yeah, it's so fucking stupid. Yeah.
For me, it was the car skydive and
the start of the film,
parachuting into the road. I was like, how did they aim that? Like,
how would you aim a car? Yeah, you could.
What, like, fucking hell.
It's GPS, Sam. They say that. It's GPS.
GPS parachutes, which is the thing.
Your GPS can do that.
I was like, okay,
just believe.
I guess they can put a Mars rover out there, so maybe they could do this.
Yeah, that's the same. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that bit by itself is stupid.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the bit where Paul Walker runs up the bus that's falling off a cliff, jumps, grabs the spoiler of a drifting car that Letty is driving, and miraculously survives. Actually, that is something that we didn't mention from 6. The jump across the bridge where
where he catches her and he happens to land on a car.
Yeah.
You know,
the car was really soft.
So you're not moving at 50 miles an hour, and that car isn't moving at 50 miles an hour. So you're not like hitting that car at 100 miles an hour. No.
Yeah, this is a trope in films that needs to go. Like, do you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that bit in The Dark Knight, and this one gets away with it a bit more when the Joker throws out Rachel out the window and Batman dives after her, and he kind of gets half his cape up, but they land on like a taxi, and they're like, "Oh, thank God that broke off."
Yeah.
Like that wouldn't fucking like. It's not
metal. It's fucking metal. I mean,
I mean, if you're saying that. You know when Superman catches Lois Lane when she's fallen? They wouldn't have matched.
It's arms of steel.
Probably just exploded in her arms.
It wouldn't have matched the velocity. It should have gone through the hand.
Yeah, it fucking sliced through her.
Split her in 3.
So dark.
Shit. But yeah, that's a trope I need.
That is a trope where they like, even I think it's in Fast 6 as well, or Furious 6 or whatever it's called, where The Rock. He catches that other police officer woman, and he jumps out of a window and lands on a car, and he just gets like a broken arm and a broken rib.
That's this one. This is 7.
So it's 7. Okay, yeah.
Because the whole big thing of this one.
Because it's
Jason Statham is behind everything. Yeah. He killed Han.
Yeah.
And he blows up the Rock.
Because that was the end credit scene of Fast and Furious 6, wasn't it? Yeah, where he killed him. Yeah.
I remember this being like
this was
proper
like
hype.
Thing.
Yeah. I don't know if we were in uni at the time. But
so 7 would have been 15, so we would have been out.
Just out, yeah.
Well,
13,
6. So when did 6 come
would
out?
have been
16 was 20.